Hi, good morning. It's Andrew Forster here. I'm the editor of Local Transport Today magazine. Thank you for joining us for this morning's session, which is an hour discussion about the England's Economic Heartland Regional Transport Strategy, which has just been approved. EEH covers an area spanning Swindon in the west, across to Hertfordshire and Cambridgeshire in the east, also taking in Northamptonshire, Buckinghamshire, and Oxfordshire, and Bedfordshire, which is obviously has unitary authorities. So I'm not going to say a great deal. We've got we've got two politicians are going to kick us off with short presentations. They will then be joined by three industry representatives for a panel discussion with questions, initially a couple from me, but hopefully lots from yourselves who are watching. You'll see on the screen, you've got a ability to ask questions in the panel on the right-hand side. There's a questions little window which you can type in, and I would encourage you to do that as soon as you can. Really, if you've got questions that you want raised, please put them in there now or as you listen, and I'll be taking a read of them during the course of the hour, and we'll try and get in as many as we can. We're due to finish at midday. I think I've had a word with all the panelists. If it overruns 5-10 minutes, then they're happy, but we'll just see how things go. So first up, I'd like to welcome Mayor Dave Hodgson. Dave is the directly elected Mayor of Bedford Borough Council and Chair of the England's Economic Heartland Strategic Transport Forum. So over to you, Mayor Dave.
Thank you, Andrew, and pleased to be joined by Iain, Phil, Naomi and Mike on the panel, and look forward to the discussion that we're going to have this morning. I'm delighted that the transport strategy has been published and submitted to the Secretary of State for Transport. It's a huge milestone, fulfilling a core role of England's Economic Heartland as a subnational transport body and for our region. It's a culmination of a lot of hard work over the past 2.5 years. I'd like to thank all those who have contributed, but particularly the England's Economic Heartland staff for all the work they've done. The strategy sets out how the region's transport system can support economic growth while delivering a net zero transport system. It's been developed by the Strategic Transport Forum of elected politicians from across the region. It's been informed by our extensive evidence base of program of technical work, taken forward in collaboration with our partners within the Heartland and government. The strategy has been shaped by responses received through 2 rounds of public engagement that capture the views of our partners, stakeholders, residents and businesses, alongside the integrated sustainability appraisal, which was undertaken in parallel with the strategy's preparation. All this work has ensured the strategy truly reflects the priorities of the region. And make no mistake, these priorities are ambitious. That was consistent demand from both forum members and the consultation responses. The need to be ambitious to do things differently. That's why we've set ourselves the ambition of net zero emissions from transport by 2040, 10 years ahead of the legal requirement of 2050. There is no doubt this will be challenging. To succeed, we must grasp the unique opportunities that come from our region being a world leader in science and technology innovation. And we must have a fundamental shift in the way we plan and deliver connectivity in the future. In looking to shape the future, we must look to harness the opportunities that have come from changes in travel that have taken place in response to COVID-19. The greater use of flexible working, the greater use of e-commerce, and our ability to access services remotely. All of these trends have been accelerated in recent months. They show that change is possible. Business as usual won't achieve it. We need to innovate, to be bold in the decisions we take. Our future success cannot be taken for granted. Our region's headline economic success also masks the difficulties faced by our residents in areas of deprivation. Alongside helping to level up the UK, we must also help to level up opportunities across our region, so that everyone is given a chance to realise their potential. The strategy sets out how the region will harness the region's expertise in clean technologies to deliver a greener transport system, promote investment in digital infrastructure as a means of improving connectivity, use the delivery of strategic public transport schemes such as East West Rail, the Cambridge Autonomous Metro and the Milton Keynes Mass Rapid Transit as the catalyst for a shift towards lower carbon modes of travel, and champion increases in investment in active travel and shared transport to improve local connectivity to ensure that everyone can realise their potential, and also to continue to ensure the needs of the freight and logistics sector are met whilst lowering its environmental impact. Our focus must now be on turning words into actions. We need to give investors the confidence that the transport system will meet their future requirements. We need to give our communities confidence that the implications of our transport system of growth will be addressed. The strategy requires investment from government, from our partners, from the private sector. But as a region, we offer significant return on that investment. The Heartland is a net contributor to the economy. It is already leading the UK's green economic recovery and helping to boost the UK's position on the world stage. The region encompasses the entirety of the Oxford-Cambridge arc, a national economic priority. In an announcement last week, the government said the arc is key to the United Kingdom's national prosperity and that it can become one of the world's premier growth corridors and a world leader in sustainability. This strategy provides the framework for helping to achieve that ambition, and we are committed to working with government to make that happen. The need for change is compelling, and as a region, we are committed to delivering that change. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Dave. Second up, let's like to invite Iain Stewart, and Iain is the MP, Conservative MP for Milton Keynes South. Over to you, Iain.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be able to join you this morning, and I'm very much looking forward to your questions and having a good and wide-ranging debate. Before I say my little contribution, can I just also extend my thanks to everyone at the Economic Heartland team for all their hard work in putting together the strategy. As Mayor Dave has just indicated, it's also a very timely report because in the last couple of weeks, the government has set out its next steps looking at the Oxford, Milton Keynes, Cambridge arc, and I appreciate the EEH territory is slightly wider than that going west towards Swindon, but I think it's entirely complementary because the arc obviously doesn't exist in splendid isolation, and each part of the arc does look in different economic directions, as well as the connectivity and shared interest in the arc itself. What was set out last week, or the week before rather, was the next steps towards developing a spatial strategy for the arc, together with a growth body to identify and develop the key economic ambitions. And I've had a long interest in this development, not just as a constituency member for an area in pretty much the heart of the Arc. But also, a few years ago, I was commissioned by the Secretary of